Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of the Bright Ideas Daily Nugget. I am your host, Trent Dyrsmid, and this is episode number 112, where we're going to answer your questions about how to succeed in the Amazon wholesale business model. Today's 3 questions are coming from Emmanuel Yukabon. And Emmanuel, thank you very much for taking the time to submit your questions. You've got three really terrific questions here, so let's dive into getting you some answers. Number 1, how do you approach brand owners who say they don't take any more Amazon sellers via email? That is a fantastic question, and it is something that we do all the time, Emmanuel. The number 1 thing to point out to them is that as the sole seller of their products, number 1, they are the single point of failure. If they go out of stock, or if their account were to be suspended for whatever reason, their cash flow will stop immediately. And more importantly, depending upon the duration of the suspension, they might actually have to spend a fair amount of money on pay-per-click advertising to try and claw their way back up into the Amazon search results to where they were before the suspension. Because the important thing for them to understand is the Amazon search algorithm, which is called A9, determines where products are going to be in the search results, largely dependent upon their sales velocity. So guess what happens when products aren't for sale? Their sales velocity goes to 0 and their sales rank goes up, which is bad, and they go down in the search results. So you want to avoid that at all costs. The other thing that we talk to them about is we say, look, we are working with all these other brands. We are continually exposed to new ideas on how to help you increase market share. And we pick up those ideas by working with all the other brands that we work with. And if you're interested in increasing your market share, which obviously everybody is, then you may want to consider working with us. Now, does that get us a yes every single time? Nope, it does not, but it gets us a yes often enough to make it very, 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 very worthwhile. All right, question number 2, is ClickFunnels still worth it? Well, that depends on what you're using it for and whether or not you can afford it, I suppose. So I don't currently use ClickFunnels. I've used it in the past, but I find for my personal needs, no, it's not worth it. There are other ways that I can build landing pages and other ways that I can build checkout pages and so forth. I use a WordPress theme that allows me to design a page in pretty much any way that I want to. And I use Infusionsoft, that gives me a shopping cart. Now, with that said, there are a lot of things that ClickFunnels does that I don't need to do. So for me, it's not worth it. I remember the last time I compared a competitor to ClickFunnels, which was something called Kartra. I preferred Kartra, but Kartra's was a little bit more expensive. So it really just depends on whether it's worth it for you. And unfortunately, that's the best answer I can give you to that question. And number 3, will we be adding more workflows to Flowster, which is my software company, regarding other types of businesses? And the answer is absolutely yes, and we have been actively doing that. We are continually adding more free SOPs into the Flowster platform. We eventually are going to have a page that lists all of those free SOPs. I know we have SOPs in there now for building a YouTube audience, for creating Facebook engagement, for doing keyword research, and I know there's a few more that I'm forgetting. So feel free to submit a request once you're a user to support@Flowster.app, and you can ask, if you can't find the page where all the free ones are listed, you can simply ask for a link to that page or for a listing of the free SOP templates that are included in the Flowster platform. So if you have some questions about this video or that you'd like me to answer in a future video, you can either put those questions in the comments if you're watching this on YouTube right below, or you can go to brightideas.co/asktrent. That's another way that they will end up in my inbox. If you would like to take part in a very active Facebook group that I personally manage, and we talk all about Amazon wholesale, I would encourage you to go to brightideas.co/Facebook. And also, if you are new to watching me or you've never heard of my stuff before and you want to learn more, or maybe get some free training, there will be links down in the description for you to be able to do that. And I would also encourage you to smash that like button and become a subscriber so that you don't miss future videos that are coming your way soon. All right, take care. Bye-bye.